toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready. Right, 97.
2 and a throw right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
And going deep for Hill. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, Mayfield. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 2nd and 9. Tua. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Dolphins at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. throwing. Mayfield in trouble, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On the move past the 40. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Complete. It's Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. Finds Pickens out right. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. First down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5. Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. When you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield rolling to his right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. 2 now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. He'll get it inside the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30, the 40. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Let's go. Hey,
and again, it's Mayfield. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Mayfield on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! Robbie Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's brought in by Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Tua to throw again. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Ready?
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
52 blaster.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play that gets them right back up to that level.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. That one complete to Anderson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Hey, green. Red, yellow. White.
From midfield, here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worse, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Here's Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Tagovailoa being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good, and with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it, leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mayfield. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Mayfield to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Mayfield. Completes it to Austin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Here's Baker. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
10 cycles.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Dolphins, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold.